And thank you. 7:54 to go. Opening quarter, no score between Utah State and New Mexico. A windy afternoon here in Albuquerque with the Hall of Famer Randy Cross and Rashawn Ali down on the sidelines. I'm Andrew Catalan, our entire CBS Sports Network crew. And this is Utah State with its second drive of the game. On their opening drive, they took it all the way down to the 2-yard line. They were stopped on 4th and 1. New Mexico got the ball, had to punt, so this is the third series of the game. And the backup quarterback, Damian Hobbs, has come in for the Aggies.
And we've pretty much seen things that we expect. A dynamic offense out of Utah State and some good running out of New Mexico.
Hobbs again up to midfield. Utah State likes to use the backup just as a different type of quarterback, more of a physical element is what offensive coordinator Josh Heupel told us this week. And now Hobbs out and the starter Ken Myers back in. Myers already with a 63-yard screen pass to Lawan Hunt. 2nd down and 3. Mays on the carry, and he is tackled from behind by Cranston Jones, the senior out of Mesquite, Texas. Time now for the starting lineups. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Ken Myers, the sophomore, 9-2 as a starting quarterback.
Since last year as a true freshman, he's really been an answer to a prayer for Utah State, losing Chucky Keaton the way they have twice over the last couple of years.
On 3rd and 2, Mays. And Mays is stuffed. Nick Diavanzo leading the charge for the Lobos defensively. And now 4th down and 4, and Matt Wells will send out his punt unit.
New Mexico loves to attack. They loves to penetrate. That's a perfect job there of doing both. One with a linebacker, one with a defensive lineman.
Carlos Wiggins, very dangerous. Back deep to return this punt by Aaron Dalton, who only had to punt once all of last week in the win over Wyoming. Kicking into the win, good kick, bounces at the 11. And New Mexico will start this drive inside the 10-yard line after a 41-yard punt. We're scoreless in Albuquerque. Let's get you caught up to date on what's happened so far in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Myers to Lawan Hunt, a 63-yard screen.
Perfect setup on this screen. Look at those linemen downfield blocking. You don't see a red jersey till he's about 40 yards down the field.
But on 4th and 1 from the 2, Myers incomplete. Lobos defense came up with a nice stand as we are scoreless. 5:26 to go opening quarter with the College Football Hall of Famer Randy Cross. I'm Andrew Catalan. Twice now on short yardage situations that Lobos defense has come up big in a clutch spot.
Yeah, they really have. The second one was just an excellent job of attacking. It's what they do well on defense. The first time, I'm not sure if Utah State didn't kind of outthink themselves a little, trying to be cute with a pass. They've got a very powerful O-line, and they've got good running backs. Island just blasted it right at New Mexico.
Could have kicked a field goal as well. Instead, we are scoreless, and New Mexico will start this drive inside the 10-yard line. On the run, it's Presley trying to get to the outside, and he's knocked out after a short gain. 5:18 to go in the first quarter as we take a look at the Chick-fil-A starting lineups for the Lobos offensively. And we're going to see 2 quarterbacks today. So far, it's been all Lamar Jordan, the sophomore, but we'll also see Austin Apodaca.
So both teams will line up that way. We'll see 2 quarterbacks in each offense for different reasons. I think they really haven't decided for New Mexico who runs this offense the best.
Presley got 4. It's 2nd down and 6. Jordan will take this one himself, cuts it upfield, and picks up the first down. That's the element that Jordan brings, the ability to run. He gains 14. Look at the starting lineup offensively, and Reese White, the senior tight end, having a nice year with 11 catches for 174 yards.
A real target. Keep track of White. Usually where the ball goes is about right where number 80 is.
It's Gibson on the carry and gets up to the 34-yard line. Gibson has been playing well, averaging 7 yards per carry over his last 4 games. Well, no surprise here. 9 plays so far for the Lobos, all runs, and that'll be the chore today for the Utah State defense led by Jordan Nielsen, playing in his 50th career game today. That's the most on this team.
And Utah State will use a whole bunch of defensive linemen. They'll use up to 8 different players.
Gibson again, not much doing this time, as Bryant Hayes came up to meet him in the backfield. It'll be 3rd down.
This is not your usual style of option offense that New Mexico runs, not like kind of Navy and some other offenses out there around the country. This is, I think, what Bob Davie has chosen to do. It gives defenses a real challenge because a lot of his blocking, he'll pull players one direction, he'll option the other way. It's very well put together.
Davie in his 4th season, a 15-30 record as he continues to rebuild here in Albuquerque. 3rd down and 3. And the Utah State defense again, led by Ali Afua, coming up with a big stop. And once again, the Lobos punt team will come out on the field.
Yeah, how about Ali Afua up there up front? And it's one thing. Now, the Utah State defense, I talked about how New Mexico loves to attack. Utah State's kind of the exact opposite, Andrew. They're a team that will catch and slam you a lot. Ali Afua did exactly that, just caught the block and slammed it back into the backfield.
Second punt for Zach Rogers. Andrew Rodriguez awaiting it at his own 24-yard line. 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Rodriguez comes way up, fielded at the 35 and tackled at the 38-yard line. A 30-yard punt. Utah State's offense coming back when we return to Albuquerque. Sunny yet windy day in Albuquerque, scoreless in the first quarter. Utah State and New Mexico. Time now to take a look at today's Eat Trade game plan, Randy.
And we've seen the big chunk so far out of this Utah State offense. Assignment football on the defensive side, always key with a option offense. Lobos, stay on the field. Got to keep getting first downs. Keep this Utah State team off the field. And defensively, attack. Try to cause yourself some turnovers.
Utah State put up 592 yards last week against Wyoming, the most in 3 years. Today already with 90 in the first quarter, but no points as they start this drive, their 3rd of the quarter. Myers on the run, throws, and it's caught by Rodriguez in New Mexico territory, spinning his way inside the 40-yard line. 15th catch of the season for Andrew Rodriguez. It's a gain of 26. Look at the rest of the Utah State offense. Hunter Sharp already with a catch today. He now has at least 1 catch in 19 straight games.
And as you've seen so far, I mean, this is a big play offense, and they get big plays from all their skill players.
Myers to the air again. Nobody there. Steps up. Will keep it himself. And he's brought down by Diavanzo again at the 36-yard line. A closer look at that New Mexico starting defense under defensive coordinator Kevin Cosgrove. And Dakota Cox, as Cosgrove told us, really the leader of this defense. He leads the team in tackles, 3.5 sacks as well.
Yeah, and the guys up front, we talk about those guys attacking and really getting through gaps. That causes confusion up front, and that gives Dakota Cox some really nice area to run to the ball.
2nd down and 9. Myers to Sharp, his 2nd catch. Tackle immediately made by Nias Martin. And it will be 3rd down with 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, short-term goal for Bob Davie and the New Mexico Lobos is to try to get this field back in their favor. Utah State, their average field position is crazy. They're like on the 33, 35-yard line. For New Mexico, they're getting the ball back about the 6 so far. So they've been in a hole the whole time, and this drive here is not helping.
3rd down and 6. LaJuan Hunt in at running back. Swindle goes in motion. Myers screen to Hunt. It worked last time, and this time Hunt is shoved out. Looks to be about a yard shy of a 1st down. So decision time for Matt Wells. Went for it earlier in the quarter on 4th and 1. What will he do here? It looks like he's keeping the offense out on the field.
Bringing in some big bodies.
Utah State is 7 for 12 on 4th downs this season.
And changing out the quarterbacks, too.
They'll bring in Hobbs, who's a bigger body than Myers at 6'2", 220 pounds. And the play clock's at 0.
That is the end of the 1st quarter.
But the 1st quarter has come to an end. 4th down when we start the 2nd quarter. Utah State and New Mexico scoreless after 1 on CBS Sports Network.